Welcome back to another Shop My Stash, refreshing my everyday base drawer. I think one of the things I'm going to do differently this time is, let me preface this by saying one of the things that I noticed during this last Shop My Stash and update to this drawer is that I found myself reaching for more items that I hadn't put in here. So I think for this time, a lot of this stuff is going to stay. There's a couple things that I'm going to take out of here, but then mainly I just want to add more things to this. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Caitlin. I'm in the middle of a low buy year. A lot of my content revolves around using stuff that I already have, shopping my stash, and making custom eyeshadow palettes. If that sounds like something that you're into, then I hope you'll subscribe and stick around. And let's go ahead and just get into refreshing this. Things that are for sure staying are the things that have kind of been part of a project pan, but unintentionally I just want to finish this stuff up. One of those being Ritual Defeat Eros. That's really close to being done. Still going on this Nudies Bareback. I basically have just been having to push a brush into there to get it out because there's no product above the line of the plastic. And also the Fenty Matchstick in Amber. So those three things have been stuff that I'm trying to finish, so they're going to stay in. And then I'm also trying to finish up Mood Light and Dim Light. And actually, so this is Ethereal Light. This is one of the items that I ended up reaching for. I hadn't actually shopped my stash for this originally, but it made its way in here, so that will also be staying. And then the basics of the rest of my, I guess this is also kind of a project pan, the In Beauty face glaze. So Auric Glow Lust in Morganite is going to stay, and I think I'm going to put Fresh Fog away from Phytosurgence, and I'm gonna probably grab out Divine Daylight. This primer, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, I've been using on a daily basis. That's gonna stay. The Purito BB Cream, actually, I think I'm going to put away. I've been really focusing on using some cream foundations. So those, I think I might actually move up in here. And I'm going to put the Purito away. Some staples that are staying. The Monica Blunder. This is the shade 1. The NARS Soft Matte in Light 1. The Becca Under Eye Corrector. That's going to stay. I moved this RMS primer up here, the Re-Evolve Radiance Locking. I've also been enjoying using that, so that's going to stay in this drawer. The Givenchy concealer is also going to stay. I'm going to take this Harry Potter lip balm out. I don't ever use it. It kind of has a funky smell. It smells like there's fragrance in it, but then also that weird dusty makeup. I don't know. I haven't had this for very long, but just every time I put it on my lips, I don't like the smell of it, but it is the Harry Potter collection, so I kind of just, I don't know, like I don't really want to get rid of it. I don't know. Alright, and then these lip products are just staying. They kind of just constantly stay. This is kind of just turned into everything that I've already shot my stash for. How to do this. So I guess I'll just finish up. All this other stuff is going to stay. Like these base products, or these like cream blushes. All the cream blushes that I picked from last time are going to stay, except for Polished, the Melt Blush. I am going to put this one back, and at some point I might declutter this. I found that when I was using this, so Polished is a shade that has like shimmer in it, and I don't know if it was just the method in which I was using to apply it, but it kind of just left glitter on my cheeks, and I wasn't a super fan of that, so I'm going to put this back. These Rowan quads I'm also going to put back. These Dior Quints I think I'm going to leave in here. And the Kaja Bento Trios I'm also going to leave. The Westman Atelier things I'm leaving. These Armani blushes are staying. The Gucci bronzer I think I'm going to put away. House Labs blush in Pomelo Peach is going to stay. Kevyn Aucoin bronzer is going to stay. The Burberry highlighter, I found that I just did not use this at all. I think right now I want to be using cream highlighters, so I'm going to put this powder highlighter away. The Bare Minerals bronzer, this is the shade Kiss of Copper. This will stay. And then the Pat McGrath blonde, nope, not blonzer, Pat McGrath bronzer is also going to stay. I'm going to put this stuff back, and then that should give me a good idea of like how much extra I can pile in. Alright, let's go shop my stash. Okay, one of the things that I'm doing a little bit differently for this one is up top here. I have this container. These are the 3 palettes that I currently have made. My version of the Cosmos, my version of the Yucca, and then just my grungy sparkly neutrals. And this sits up here on top. One of the things that I wanted to do is shop for eyeshadow palettes. So also on top of this set of drawers, I have a bunch of like smaller palettes that are all in easy reach, but I wanted to shop for some that are put away in drawers. A couple of those being, I wanted to, this came from like down here, the Nomad Cosmetics, the Berlin Underground. I just felt like pulling this out, try to get some more use out of it. I haven't used it very much. And then I had my 2 Sydney Grace palettes, the Tiny Marvels, and also the Love palette. I have them all depotted and put in my single sort of collection of palettes, but I re-put them in their own palette, and I wanted to get more use out of the Tiny Marvels, so this is also going to go up in this container. And then Aether going away made me think about how I haven't used this in a while, the Desert Sunset palette. So I'm going to pull this out to use. And I was kind of thinking about, oh no, it's broken. That's kind of a bummer. I was kind of thinking that I might pull this one out, but it's kind of, oddly, it's kind of similar to the Tiny Marvels, kind of, in a way. So I think focus. So I think I'm not going to pull that one out. I kind of had it in my head that I wanted to pull this one out anyway, so I'm still going to do that, but the Club Nebula palette, I'm going to pull that out. Alright, and I think that gives me enough palettes to be working with, plus I still have those two Dior Quince and the Kaja trios, so I think that's going to be it for eyeshadow palettes. Do I want to pull any more singles out? No. No, I think I'm good for eyeshadow. Okay. Bronzers and highlighters. I think I had this in there from a couple ago, the Happy Soul, the Rare Beauty bronzer, but I feel like I kind of want to pull this out. I think this I want to pull, the Bare Minerals bronzer. I'm not a huge fan of this. The last few times that I've used it, it's gone on real patchy, but I think that was before I was using that e.l.f. gripping primer. So maybe since I've been using that, this won't be so patchy on me, so maybe I'll pull that. And I know I wasn't gonna use like powder highlights, but this is kind of a weird like putty cream kind of highlight, and I like to use this on my eye sometimes, so I'm gonna pull this. And here's the Divine Daylight Spectral Shine. Okay. Anything else? I am gonna pull this Say highlighter, but the way that I use this is kind of either as a primer, like an all over the face, kind of in the way that I use the In Beauty Project and the Auric Glow Lust. But I also like to mix this in with foundations that are either a bit too dark or a bit too matte. So I think I'm going to pull this. And I think that's it for bronzer, highlight, cream, blush. Also, can we point out? So I've done declutters, but I haven't actually like gotten rid of anything just in case like I change my mind or whatever. But that's where they live. So anyways, okay, cream, blush. I also, okay, these are Mani. These are the Neo Nude. They don't exist anymore. I think they've just like completely decontaminated. Oh my goodness. They discontinued. And I can't, the last time that I used these, they went on kind of patchy, but I'm going to give them a shot now that I've been using that gripping primer. Do I want to pull all three? Yeah, I think I'm going to pull all three. I'm going to pull Blood Flower, Ritual Defeat. So one of the things that I found myself reaching for were Phytosurgent's blushes. So I'm going to pull a couple just to have. Okay, I'm going to pull Singe, Smolder, and Fervor. Alright, I think I haven't used these Patrick Ta blushes in a while. That's a pretty summer shade. She's That Girl. It's the peach one. Do We Know Her? Oh, She's Different. Ooh. And She's Blushing. I think I'm going to pull these three. She's Blushing, Oh She's Different, She's That Girl. I have both of the palettes of them, but I don't think I want to pull them. I think I do kind of randomly want to pull this Glow Play blush in Heat Index. I feel like that's quite the summer shade. Whew. Alright. I'm also going to pull that. Trying to decide if there's any other powder blushes. Okay, I'm going to pull Nude Venus 2 and Desert Orchid, the Pat McGrath blushes. Alright, I think that's it. Let's fill the drawer. Alright, well, I just realized that it was not recording while I was putting everything in, so that's cool. But here it is. One of the things that I did is I had these lip products in that I found myself, like, I wasn't really using them because in this other drawer I also have lip things. So I think I'm just gonna condense these and put them in this other drawer just to, like, save room from things getting, like, super bogged down in here. So this was me refreshing my drawer for this next little bit. It's kind of, it hasn't really been by month because just timing wise I've been doing this in like the middle of the month each month. So I'll use this for maybe a month, maybe a few weeks, we'll see. Yeah. If you want to watch more Shopping My Stash, I'll put the videos of me creating drawers 2 other times. I'll link them in the description if you want to check those out. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!